bring your attention, guys, to here. I'm going to open up a screen here. So, when I type in 2024 or August 2024 on my channel on YouTube before the channel gets taken down for medical misinformation, and I found 164 videos pointing to 2024, and I found over 40 pointing to August 2024 over the last 12 years. And
yeah,
life insurance companies are playing both sides of the coin. Sudden deaths as of 2024. And then we have a prediction show that doesn't count. No 2024 election in the USA. They will burn the world before they take accountability. Something will happen in August 2024. There will be no 2024 presidential election in the USA. Something will happen to Trump in August, September, 4 months ago. But hold on. Let me rewind here for a second. This video I re-put up 4 months ago because it was taken down for medical misinformation. This is the video that I did in April 2022. So I had to repost this video again. And then Mike in the Night 461, they will cancel the 2024 U.S. election in the USA, August 2024 event. Latin Spring 2024, civil unrest in South America. What else? There will be no election in the U.S. 2024, video from 2022 taken down twice. Banks will default by 2024, home worth less than what you bought it for, too bad for you. Fully automated fast food restaurants by 2024. Minimum wage is not a living wage 6 years ago. England inflation to blow up by 2024. London police and teachers cannot get into their housing market. Buddy, it doesn't end. Australia banking disaster by 2024. Acid sheet, bad debt, toxic assets, money laundering 5 years ago. It just keeps going when you type in 20. Look, morning coffee with Mike. Banks are panicking. Anything to cancel the 2024 election in the United States. It keeps going, Supreme, with 2024. Major correction in 2024 here from 4 years ago. Everything on this channel is pointing to 2024, and it's especially August. August comes up 43 times 2024 on this channel search on my
crazy,
channel.
Yeah, this has been something that you've had in your gut for a long time, and now it's coming to pass, my friend. Yeah, and I'm from what I'm seeing out there, you're definitely tapped into a zeitgeist because a lot of other people are seeing the same thing. When you think about it, it's logical, right? Like when you kick the can so far down the road that you're now 100 miles out of town and you can't turn around and go back, these people are in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what alternatives do the Democrats have for the election this year? I mean, Joe Biden is weekend at Bernie's. Everybody can see that. But Kamala, my God, no. RFK probably wouldn't run for them without a lot of concessions. Because, obviously he has his own axe to grind with these people because of what happened to his family. It sounds like a boomer thing, and I'll tell you what I mean about that. It's après moi la deluge. You had people that never bothered to groom successors because they thought they were the ones that were going to bring this new thing into being, and they just wanted all the power for themselves. And I'm talking about America, it's obviously bad in Canada too. Why are we saddled with the number of rulers that we have that are over the age of 75? Like there's literally nobody younger in the wings. How is this possible? This is people who are not thinking ahead. They don't really care about the future. They just care about the here and now and making this thing happen and being at the helm when it happens. They just don't have, it's funny, they just don't really have a future orientation. That's why I'm saying, Agenda 2030 and all this doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Most of these people aren't going to be around in 2030. It's agenda right effing now.
Yeah.
Like they're full court press. Like they're trying to make this happen right now. And they're getting pushback that they have made no provisions for.
Hold on, we're not done. We're not done, Supreme. Hyperinflation ahead, money to lose 98% of its value, wages not keeping up with inflation 6 years ago. 80% has value today. By 2024, it may be 98%. Wages have not kept up with inflation in the past 40 years. And sudden Australian housing crisis, major defaults by 2024 when rates go up 3 years ago. Joe Biden might scrap the COVID to ease approval rating and focus on canceling the 2024 elections 2 years ago. It doesn't end, dude. It just keeps going on and on with 2024 on this channel. It's our Canadian dream is destroyed. Good luck affording anything by 2024. 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it just keeps
Yeah.
going on and on and on. What's this? Hold on a second. Australia's interest only housing crisis will destroy middle class when renewals creep in. Interest only loan crackdown could lead to a US style meltdown by 2024. Holy crap. Everything is pointing to 2024, dude.
Yeah,
Mass
well,
exodus of young families leave. Escape New York now. You'll regret it by 2024.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, a lot of it has to do. Part of the reason the world's in such turmoil all the time is because of the American political cycle. And even if it is just a big circus, it's a circus that definitely affects other nations all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the North Vietnamese understood this. You know, the Tet Offensive was launched in early '68 precisely because it was a presidential election year.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
I mean, that was part of it, the Tet Offensive. So, I mean, 2020, I called that Tet Offensive 2.0 because all of this was happening because it was an election year.
That's a really good phrase. Hey, say hi to Joe Rogan. Say hi, Joe Rogan.
Hey, Joe, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, there's a lot of people watching this show because either there's two things going on here. Either we have a time machine, and we're going into the future to see what these guys are going to say, and come back here and say it before they do, and then make us look like and we're the bad guys, and we're the evil guys stealing information from the future and bringing it back. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just really weird when you hear your words, my words, our callers' words, and their coined terms and their phrases of what they see things regurgitated on massive channels. It's really, really interesting how that plays out. That's so interesting, you know?
Yeah. Dude, if someone isn't watching you, then you are tapped into the same vein they are.
Yeah,
Sure.
you did bring that up a few times, that we are
Yeah.
tapped into the same cortex, you said.
Yeah, because I'm seeing this. I'm seeing it on Telegram. I'm seeing it on YouTube. I'm seeing it on all these social media outlets, and yeah, like there is something in the air that is, yeah, like it's portentous, I guess is the word. You know, like everyone on, regardless of your worldview, wants to see some kind of resolution,
Of course.
right? Of course, for better or worse. It's like, okay, well, maybe it's a civil war. Okay, well, at least something's moving now. That's awful. That's not what we want. We don't want a civil war, guys. We don't. They're the worst kind.
Stop 1 second, please.
But go ahead.
Let me interject because there's something in the comments. Australian banks are going back to interest-only loans. They haven't learned from the first time, and then they raised rates and people couldn't afford. Now they're pivoting. Anna Key in the comments just told us they're going back to interest-only, and I was warning people about the interest-only mortgages 4 years ago there.
We are so screwed. It's incredible. They're screwed, and then there's us. Woo! Everybody, do your best Ric Flair right now. All together, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Yeah, this is incredible. I remember talking to Steve the plumber from time to time would call me, right, and tell me what he sees out in Toronto, and it just is, my God, you're kidding me. People are so dumb.
Yeah.
They're dumb. I mean, this is part of, yes, these people are evil. Yeah, they are. But most of the evil is tempting you to participate. And people are going out spending when they should have been saving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you just don't, like it's same deal, same mindset. Live for today. Get that next hit of dopamine from going out and buying something on Amazon or Alibaba or whatever the hell. Right? And now they're using their credit cards to pay their monthly bills. Right? And it's going to dry up fast. So fast. And the people at the top think, okay, well, all the money's coming to us and everyone else will be driven into poverty. Wonderful. Well, great. Who's going to buy your shit now?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's poor.
Yep.
You know, like these are, I don't think these are coordinated campaigns. Like, how would you keep, like you've reached a point in time where you've completely disconnected the supply and demand curves in real estate. Like most of the demand is like say at around 450,000 and less. What could you buy for that in Canada? Nothing, unless you move way in hell up north and want to live in a container home somewhere. And
It
even
might
then, you
have
got
running
yeah,
water.
you might have running water, and even then, the problem is because I've tried to do that 15 odd years ago, looking for a piece of land up north, and yeah, the land itself wasn't that bad, but by the time you had to have your engineered septic system and well and everything else on it, it was still going to be 65 grand just to get ready to build a house on it. And that was 15 years ago, and I'm talking about the middle of nowhere.
Don't make me tell you what you could build in a rural part of Mexico with 65,000.
Oh God, yeah, you don't need to tell me. I know. I have friends on the Baja.
Yeah,
They
so
retired. They retired, and they built themselves a nice house on the Baja. Yeah, yeah, it can be done, just not here. Well, and another thing, I think on a key, you listed off a bunch of things, and one of them was China unraveling. I think China will be okay, but what's happening now seems to be that there are a lot of Chinese investors, okay, they bought a lot of property and they bought a lot of assets over on this side of the world. They're going to have to start dumping it all now
they
to
are.
raise cash.
That was
Yeah.
on two two
Yeah,
sub
I've been
two.
saying for years that's a neutron bomb for the banks here.
Yeah, our two subscriber special, Mike in the Night. We covered that. We actually covered that on Wednesday. The article's up. You could see it.
Yeah.
Investors are unloading assets and at a frantic
Yes,
pace.
that's right. You have, yeah. And I remember thinking
No.
years
This
ago,
was
yeah,
last Wednesday's show, but we already
last
covered
Wednesday
that.
show.
But
Sure, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We have. I brought it up. You brought it up too, for sure. Yeah.
you did. You
If
did. You
if at some
actually.
point in time, yeah, whether it was a capital controls requirement or whether it was just markets doing their thing, yeah, you'd have a bunch of money that came flooding into North America, driving up the price of everything, and all of a sudden it has to flood back out again. And with interest rates where they are, any canny investor probably sees the writing on the wall too, and it's like, okay, it's not going to get better from here. I'm going to dump my stuff on the market and get rid of it. We could have an implosion here so fast.
Yeah.
It's inevitable anyway, but that's the thing. It's going to be one of those things like 2008. You're going to wake up one morning and all the news is bad, and it stays bad for months. There's no reason to think it won't happen again. Nothing's been learned from the last time.